There are large parts of Colorado where families simply can't find childcare. Can't find it close by, can't find it when they need it. It was a problem before the pandemic, then it got worse. Our Nusha Roy looks at where this is happening and what the state is doing about it.
Along East Colfax.
Think about the groundbreaking that we had and really the joy that was there.
This plot of land will turn into affordable housing, and the ground floor will have affordable childcare.
I'm envisioning that we're going to have families who are ready to find a new place to live and ready to enroll their children in our center.
It's a vision for this neighborhood right now because this area around East Colfax and Yosemite is considered a childcare desert. There are 760 kids under the age of 5 with 256 licensed childcare spots and nearly half of the kids living in poverty.
It won't address all of the needs, no, but it's pretty significant.
Really makes me concerned about sort of what's the future for this map.
Melissa Morris with Colorado Children's Campaign believes the reality is the childcare desert is actually more parched than what this map shows because of the pandemic. Everything highlighted in orange and yellow, which is a huge chunk of the state, shows a childcare scarcity in Colorado. The bluish area shows adequate access to licensed childcare. Not good, but adequate.
Historically, people of color are more impacted by childcare deserts than disproportionately impacted by lack of access to licensed childcare. And so I think that's really important. And also low-income folks are disproportionately impacted.
The orange also extends into rural areas and some neighborhoods that are considered higher income, but there's still not enough providers.
Access to childcare really impacts women's labor force participation. Reliable childcare has long-term impacts on family mental health and economic prosperity.
But Morris is holding out hope that the dire situation is a wake-up call and that this could be a turning point in Colorado.
So Mars is particularly optimistic because between grants and COVID relief funds, $700 million have now come into Colorado to go towards this very issue. The state is also opening up a new office that would essentially streamline finding open licensed child care spots, working on a career pathway for early childhood education. Of course, that's going to include how much money people are making. And of course, all of this also talks about the support for other child care means, right? The grandparents, the aunts, uncles, and neighbors who are helping when a kid can't get into a licensed care facility. How do we support them as well?
I hope this doesn't get us in trouble with the bosses, but I know in a recent conversation when they asked us what would make 9 News a better place to work, somebody said, I don't know, childcare would be fantastic.
I think about it all the time. And you know, the advocates I was talking to today said ever since the pandemic happened, that conversation has actually started to gain a lot of steam, right? Because you've got hybrid work, you've got people working at home, not coming into the office. So now you have the space for childcare, and it's something you can offer, employees as an incentive to come work for them. So there are businesses that are considering doing that.
I would rotate through a 9 News childcare office. I would happily work with children instead of politicians one day a week.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be fun. All right, thank you, Nusha.